I didn't pick the day to record on the same day as my neighbor upstairs moving. I'm sorry for the sound. I'm sorry if you can even hear. You probably can't even hear it because I just licked my mic. That's so funny. Okay, anyways. Hi, hello, what's Gucci, what's popping? It's your girl Dréa. Welcome back to In My Heads. So happy to be here. So happy to see you guys. So not happy to talk about what I have to talk about. So before we do any of that, like, subscribe. If you didn't watch last week's episode, please do watch it. It was an episode with my friend, returning guest, rap extraordinaire, the lyricist, the great, the grand, the baddest, Miss Bada. And we had a great conversation and it was so fun. It was so great. I was so happy to have not only a friend back, returning guest, but also an honor to have been chosen to be able to be a space for my wonderful friend to express and talk about this accident tragedy she was part of last year. #Deja World. You guys, I don't know why men are choosing to disappoint me these days. And I know it's not all men, and I am not a place where I say, oh, all men, that ain't me. Most men, yeah, for sure. But I'm lucky to say that in my life I have a lot of men that are plenty of great and wonderful. And when I say that there's plenty of beautiful, wonderful men on this earth that I encounter even on my day-to-day when I'm doing things, like when I do my jump rope in the morning. If I do my jump rope around 10 a.m., 10:20 a.m., I am going to see this man who goes for his walk, and he always encourages me. He always gives me a thumbs up. He's the best. Like, he's sweet. It's great. So, like, there's sweet men out there. I love it. This was my disclaimer. I don't know why my Lyft driver decided to have the conversation that he had with me yesterday. And already that morning I was already dealing with other headaches that made no sense, because again, some men are just choosing to stay stupid and be stupid, and this Lyft driver of mine, one of the stupidest men ever. And I mean, it's not going to stop me from having conversation with drivers, because I'm like, depending on my mood, which most times I'm down, most times I don't have a problem, most times I'm super down to have a conversation with my drivers, depending on the length and depending on the vibes. I've had plenty of beautiful conversation with drivers because I'm like 90% sure they were angels more than they were just regular drivers. But I've had wonderful conversations with people, and I am not going to let this encounter be the last time that I'm gonna have a conversation, because it was so stupid that I enjoyed every second of it. And it also, to the people who are wondering, in the end I left happy and I felt hee-hee-ha-haing because he was the one that was the idiot. What started as an innocent conversation about living in a safe neighborhood turned into, oh yeah, what if I was having sex with my neighbor, and like, would she have told my wife, and am I supposed to tell my wife about that? This man, I want to say in his 50s, I want to say Middle Eastern / North African, I want to say, in those areas, he was telling me about they've been together for 26, 27 years. So like, and he lies a lot, and that's why their marriage is going great. You're telling me that I'm not supposed to say anything? You're telling me that I'm not supposed to engage and ask so many questions? Because one, I love the human brain. Two, you're talking stupid to me. You think I'm not going to keep entertaining myself with this conversation? And we have a back and forth. I tell him that like I prefer to be an honest person, because it started with the fact that like he hung out with his neighbor, they had a barbecue, it was all innocent things. But when he got home, his wife was asking questions because the neighbor went and gave his wife a whole report. But thank God his wife is chill, because that could have been a problem if she was not chill. To which I asked, what do you mean by that? Are there things that you do that your wife should know that she wouldn't be chilled about. To which he proceeds to say, he tries to justify first, which again is a tactic. Be aware this exists. He tried to justify the action before going into doing the action and explaining the action. He proceeds to say, because I was talking about honesty and how I prefer to be an honest person, although it can come with certain consequences. Not a lot of people like to hear truth. My circle is small and I like it like that. I prefer it like that. And he proceeds to say to me that, he's starting to justify, as I was saying, he's justifying by explaining to me that, his wife is fat, which he said, my wife is fat. Am I supposed to tell you? Okay, I'm going to quote him. I'm going to quote him to make sure that you guys understand it easier. He starts saying, my wife is fat now, so am I supposed to tell her directly that she's fat? No, I'm going to tell her, I'm going to suggest her to do exercise. I'm going to suggest like active activities and, and that's going to keep the marriage at peace. To which I said, okay, on one end, which I didn't say to him while they were saying it like that, but I guess he's just expressing itself. So I guess that's fine. Could he have said it another way? 1,000 to respect his wife a little more, 1,000%. But he didn't give me the vibe of respectful husband in the first place anyway. So I'm not surprised with the terminology that he decided to use. And to which I say, okay, I understand. Like, obviously they're gonna find a way to say things to people that are truthful, but without hurting them. I understand. And then to which he proceeds to say, I have need, after 10 years, because he told me, he's like, after 10 years, I'm telling you, everything changes. Everything is going to get bad. Everything is the worst. Personally, can't relate. I think it's shit because y'all are still pretending to be happy when you're not, and you're continuing something that shouldn't have been continuing. So like, speak for yourself. Don't speak for me. I was letting him speak because I was just loving this word vomit he was having with me. Why did he choose to have this word vomit with me? We don't know. Oh no, we know. But it's okay. Conversation for another day. He proceeds to say, I have needs and my wife has not been able to like give me those needs because everything has changed, in the last after 10 years. I personally think that they got kids, okay? He got the kids that he wanted and her body changed, and he's just a fucking weirdo who's unable to love his wife through all it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I caught the vibe, okay? But I'm just listening to listen. And he's like, am I supposed to tell her that I want to like have sex with the neighbor? Am I supposed to tell her that I had sex with with her friend? Like, am I supposed to tell her that? No, because it would be hurtful and it would break my marriage. It's not the truth that would break the marriage. It's your action, idiot. Are we for real? So when he tells me this, I'm just like, obviously, what the fuck am I going to say? I'm not going to tell him that he's a piece of shit because I also love safety. I love to also keep my life. I love to also be able to see another day. So I will be nice to the man. But I also need to make sure that he understands that he's an idiot, because at some point he asked for my age, because I'm telling him, I'm like, yes, you should tell her the truth because she gets a choice to be in this relationship or not. She gets to know the true person that she is married with, which can then tell her that she can do whatever she wants. Which I'm trying to explain to him that you're just a controlling ass butt, and that's why you're choosing to lie to her because you want to keep the marriage happy and you want to keep the peace. How about you don't be the asshole? That would be the key. That would keep the peace. How about you don't cheat? That would keep the peace. How about you don't lie? That would keep the peace. So all these idiot men out there trying to say, oh yeah, it's normal for men to lie because, to keep the peace. That's just what most men do. Most men are dumb then. Most men are idiots. Most men are insecure. Most men are just... Should I go on? Most men are dumb. Most men are scared to be themselves, and so that's why they have to manipulate women into liking them. Most men prefer to lie because that's a little bit of control, because there was one time that they didn't have control and now they have to be the fucking biggest asshole to everybody because they don't respect themselves nor love the true person that they are. Like, should I go on? Anyways, So towards the end of the ride, because at that point I was arguing with him and I just wanted to end the conversation. So I was like, you know what? Lying and telling the truth is a choice. I choose to say the truth because that's what I expect to get in return in my life, because I understand the law of the universe and the law of the world. What you do is what you get back. If you lie and cheat, guess what? You get lying and cheated on, whether it's in your pockets or whether it's in opportunities or whether it's in just not having enough brain cells to be smart. I don't know. You get cheated in different ways, but I prefer to receive truth and honesty. I prefer to not be a shitty person, so I prefer to be truthful. I prefer not to lie. I choose not to lie because what am I scared of? Not you, man. Trying to like mash my brain up and make me think that like most men are like that. I understand that a lot of men are like this, but not the men that I chose in my life. Not the man that I chose as my life partner. No, never. Because what? Because I chose to have a conversation, to ask questions, to not only that, but like to be what I want. Does that make sense? I wish you guys could have seen my legs expand when I said, does that make sense? At the same time as my arm. I wish you guys would have seen that. That was beautiful, but it was beautiful for me. So I told him, I was telling him that like I choose to tell the truth because that's what I want to receive in my life. Just like you choose to lie because you prefer to live a life of lie and you prefer to like have a marriage built on lies, and because it keeps the peace for a little bit and that works for you, that's fine. Did he have anything to say after that? No. Because what the fuck do you say after that? He just thought that like, oh, because I'm 29, because he asked me my age. I told him that I'm 29. And then he's like, oh, you're still young. You don't know what's out there. Nigga, I know what's out there. Y'all know that I know what's out there. I've lived at my own expense due to my own choices. I chose to be dumb. I went through dumb experiences, which now I've learned and I'm great and I'm better. Now I'm grown, I'm great and I'm better. Yeah. Pump it up. Pump it. Okay. Sorry. Anyways. Stupid conversation. And to think that there's men in my close proximity who not only act like that but also think like that. And when I brought that conversation up, they were like, oh, don't talk about it, we don't need to talk about that, it's bad vibes. Yeah, because that's what you are. Ugh. Ugh to the uggest nation, I'm telling you. So that was a and then it's not even just that. It's like I go to the grocery store and there's a weird man following me from different store to different stores, and then he's like, oh, it's so happy to find each other. Like, obviously, okay, he didn't follow me. I'm not gonna be a weirdo like that. He didn't follow me. However, okay, you know what? I'm gonna explain it. I am walking, going somewhere, going to a store. As I pass said store that I'm going to, this man was going out of another store and he broke his neck to look at me with no subtlety at any point. And I walk into the store that I'm going into. I am in one aisle. Said man walks into the stores and just goes straight for me or straight for the aisle that I'm in, pretending to look at things. Because again, like, people, obviously not everybody knows. Okay, not everybody knows that I'm a mystic woman walking around with gifts, walking around with just knowing that you're moving fucking weird and I can sense your thoughts and I can feel you, idiot. They don't know that, but I wish they had a bit more decorum, a bit more of a brain, and they were a bit less creepy. And then they're gonna be the same type of men to be like, oh, I don't know why women don't want me. You're moving weird and we can tell. It doesn't take me being a mystic. There's plenty of women who don't have the gift that although I think most women do have that gift. I think women are just magic. Point blank period. So maybe, to be honest, maybe all women feel it. But I just think it's outrageous for them to move like that and to wonder why they're single or to wonder why nobody wants to fucking talk to them. You're moving fucking weird. So he's staring at me. Okay, and he goes to another aisle because maybe he was like, maybe let me try not to be weird, let me actually go get something to not be fucking strange. So I do my thing. He's in front of me in line, and as I walk to get in line, he just again breaks his neck to stare at me with his mouth open. Like, be slick and close your mouth. I don't know, man, it's insane. And when he leaves, obviously he needs to look at me one last time when he leaves, and I pay. I'm walking out. I have to go to another store. I had other places to go, actually, but I saw him from afar. He looked like he was going into the other store that I had to go into. So I was like, yo, I'm not going to go in there because I know he's going to try to talk to me. And so I went to another place. I was wrong. The other place that I went to is where he went, because why am I now walking to the checkout and I see him coming out of an aisle in front of me, and I'm like, here we fucking go again, because again, predictable, annoying. And then some would say, if he was hot, you wouldn't have had a problem. If he was hot and I was attracted to him, I would have told him that was weird, that maybe next time don't try to like walk creepily on a woman like that, because like, and yes, I would say that because I am that truthful of a person, because, and what do I care? Who are you for me to care? I'm not going to see you again. Cool. Bye. Anyways, we because he's walking hella fucking slow, I pass him, and then he's like, oh, we see each other again. How nice. Says it once, and I don't know why I turned, and then he says it again, and then I just did, and then I kept walking, because the fuck else am I supposed to say? The fuck else am I supposed to do? You know? Some would say, oh, you're rude. You should have been nice. You should have talked to him. You should have given it a chance. How about no? How about we stop just doing things to make weird people feel better? Like, if somebody's moving weird and doing weird things, I will tell you. And I will make you feel like you are, because that's what you're doing. And I don't want that. I'm grateful that I still have great men in my life who keep proving to me that there are great men in my life. Shout out to my dad. He's great. Shout out to him. Because I don't want people to say, oh, she probably got daddy issues, that's why she's talking trash. No, me and my dad are besties. Love him. Oh my God. If I could see him every day, I'd be so happy with that. But you know, we're adults now, so life has to go on, and I can't do that, okay? So, other than that, I'm just tired that, like, it's always a man. Are there shitty women out there? Yes. I see them all the time as well. Women that I'm trying to smile at in the street, and they just fuck off, man. Fuck. I try to compliment a girl and she gives me a dirty look. Fuck you, then. And why does it always have to be black women? Why are you like that? That pisses me the fuck off. I'm happy to, like, and that's the thing. I will go, and maybe that's just me. Maybe that's because of where I'm at in life. And maybe that's because of the things that I've lived in life. And maybe it's because I just live with the mantra of treat others like you'd want to be treated. Or if you think of something nice about someone, tell them, you know, because you never know what somebody's going through, or you never know when you're gonna see somebody last. So like, if you have something nice to say it. And if you don't have something nice to say, you don't say it to their face. Or you can, or you can just go and talk about your experience. Who fucking knows? But I will be one of them to not go out of my way, but like, I'd love to go compliment other women, and especially other black women. But apparently they like to fucking be weird with me, and I don't get it. I'm just trying to have like girl to girl moment, but you're responding weird to me. You're being fucking strange. I don't know what that is about. And I probably don't need to know what that is about. All I can do really is not only stay truthful. The other thing that I can do is lead by example. So if I accept if I expect a certain treatment from others, I need to give that same treatment. And high key, if I was moving weird, I'd want somebody close. I'd want the people close to me to tell me. So that's why I do the same. You know, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I think about the dark night across the stars. Yeah. I think about all the things on my mind because of thoughts. I go on the road and I go down low with the windows and I feel the wind and I feel the sunset go. That could be a dope country song. Could be nice. Blowing in the wind. Anyways. But yeah, that was my interesting interaction with a weird man. Do the interaction stop? No, but I think that the best that I can do is me change. If I know that most men won't change, all I can do is change. All I can do is adjust. All I can do is make sure that I don't got none of that shit going on around me. And if I do, and I call you out, hey, be lucky that I've been calling you out instead of just walking away and saying nothing, because that means that I love you. But that ain't something people understand all the time. No, it's not. But other than that, life's been good. I mean, I cannot complain. I cannot complain. I broke my jump rope. I've been doing jump rope for a while now, but I do it outside, and my asphalt is eating up my ropes. So, you know, I'm excited for winter. Because now I'm gonna have to walk to the gym because it's part of the workout, and then it's it's just gonna be great. But gotta do my jump rope there. It's gonna be great too. But yeah, I think that's well, what can I say? What can I say to men? Men, why are you like that? And what can we do to help you not be like that? What can we say for you not to be like that without having to just say yes to everything that you want? Because sorry, can't happen, can't have that. Can you change? You know? Do you need a hug, man? Is that why you suck? Do you need to be told that you're doing great? You're doing great. Proud of you. Keep it up. What is it? What is it that's making you guys like this? That you treat people and yourself like shit? Because, I mean, the way you treat others is only a reflection of how you treat yourself. And yikes, a lot of y'all are just like blatantly just ugh to yourself and others. That's sad. That's a little bit embarrassing, but that's also sad. And I hope that you get the hug that you need. I hope you accept therapy. Therapy's great. I went to therapy for 4 months. Shout out to Patty. Tatted on my neck. I love that woman forever and always. She changed my life. She made sure she's the reason I am how I am, because she definitely gave me the right tools. Shout out to mindfulness therapists out there who are actually good at doing their job in mindfulness, and they're not just being weirdly weird with their mindfulness. You know, like the weird fake, usually white woman. Sorry. My Patty was white. Patty was a white woman. However, she knew the struggle. She knew how it was to be different, because she was the only white girl in a black neighborhood, and she was always the only white girl. And, you know, so she's felt some things. She's gone through a lot of the things that I've gone through, so she could understand. And there's a reason why I keep saying that I think that I'm a very lucky person, because first try was great. Was there other times that I thought of going to therapy? For sure, but I was always worried about one, cost, because cost is insane. So I took advantage of it when I was in college, because it was free. It was part of my tuition, so that was nice. But other than that, I mean, therapy is great. I highly recommend. You don't even have to truly talk about like the deep dark shit that you want, because I mean that shit's probably gonna come up another time in your life and you'll have the tool to handle it. And if not, I mean, if you have smart women in your life, that would be good. And other smart men. There's other smart men out there. There's men who are healing, who are doing their best, and who are reasonable with good common sense. Is that enough? Is that good balance? You know, I never want to feel like I'm bashing men, because men are not all men are bad, and men are highly just a victim of the own world that they created, and, you know, patriarchy. Can we understand matriarchy to the end? All y'all need is matriarchy. Like, what has patriarchy done for us other than like fuck us up and like just fuck a shada gotta but a fuck a, you know, like. But anyways. Shout out to men. I hope y'all are gonna do good, and I hope y'all are great. Other than that, y'all, I'm still tattooing. I'm still practicing. I'm finishing all my fake skin, and then it's gonna be tattoo on me time, and I'm very excited. I'm surprised, and I'm excited, and I'm proud of myself for, oh my god, I've been like drawing like every day since April. That's kind of crazy. You know, I think it's mostly because like if I'm gonna call myself an artist, I have to just be the artist, and so that's why I'm creating more, and that I'm more happy, and that I'm doing more great stuff, and then yeah, it's, you know, fun great things. Fun great things. So yeah, let's do quiz of the day. Give me a second. I'm gonna find quiz of the day. I'm gonna do Gravity Falls, because Gravity Falls is a great show. I liked it a lot, so I wanted to know which character I am. So we're gonna look it up, and I shall let you know. Quiz of the day is a quiz of the day is a quiz of the day is a quiz. A quiz of the day is a quiz of the day is a quiz of the day is a quiz. All right, quiz of the day. Which Gravity Falls character are you? I was able to find this quiz that has 35 options. Oh my god, I'm excited. This one is a bit better. I did do, because I tried to record this before, I did do another one, and I got the one that I don't like. Like, no offense to Dipper's fine, but like between Dipper and Mabel, you want to be a Mabel, you know. Anyways, let's freaking do this. Question 1: how would you rather spend your summer? Going on adventures and discovering new places, sleepovers every night with my friends, going to music festival or theme park, 2 words, movie marathon, completely reinventing myself and finding love, building the ultimate sandwich. Rather, I mean, going on adventures and discovering new places, I think that makes sense. Who wouldn't want that? Take a snacks. So they have the smile dip, the gummy koalas, infinite pizza slice, loser candy, maple juice, or the pit. High key, the pit cola looks delicious, and I've always wanted to try the pit cola. So yes. Coolest monster: vampires, werewolf, Frankenstein, ghosts, zombies. Okay, vampires are cool because obviously they live a long time. What's not cool? Drinking blood, people. I mean, could go without that, you know. Werewolves are so cool. Don't really care for Frankenstein. Ghosts are great, but they're not monsters. They deserve love. And then zombies. We'll do vampires. Life is a game, and I'm winning. I'm losing. I'm cheating. I'm making my own rules. I'm watching everyone else play. I'm playing with a team. I haven't read the rules. I'm making my own rules for sure. Are you willing to make a deal? Shake, don't shake. Oh, with that crazy nigga, nah, I'm not working with that nigga. Yo, if you haven't watched Gravity Falls, I can't remember what his name is, but that triangle bitch, I ain't trying to be friends with that nigga, so no, I will not be doing that. Question 6. Good choice, kid. Time to dispense your gift. Well, okay, that's, I guess, if I did a deal. The head that's always screaming, dear teeth, sweet facelift. So basically you switch all your face stuff places, a self-published romance novel, or a nifty statue of me that totally isn't a vessel I'm using to control your puny dimension. Like, come on. I'll take the deer teeth. At least I can make a necklace with that or something cool. Question 7. If there was a bowl of candy in front of you but you didn't know the flavors, what colors would you pick? Okay, candy colors. I know you guys know my favorite color is green. However, in the bowl of candy colors and flavors are very different than the ones you want. I would probably go for pink or red. It's either pink, red, or yellow. The blues are fine. Purple is usually grape, and but pink could be a lot of different things. Okay, question 8. You're on a vacation and get handed the aux cord. What do you play? The best 70s hit of Icelandic pop sensation Baba, dad rock from the good old days, something so obscure and underground you've probably never heard of them, My Chemical Romance, 9 hours of ambient noises recorded by from a shrimp titled Pure Shrimplicity, show tunes, more show tunes. I'm doing Baba. That's not even a question. Choose a Jungian archetype: the innocent, naive, romantic dreamer, the orphan, regular person, the everyman, the person next door, the good hero, the good neighbor, the hero, warrior, crusader, superhero, the caregiver, saintly, altruistic, the helper, the supporter, the explorer, the seeker, individualistic, the outlaw, rebellious, revolutionary, the misfit, the lover, the friend, intimate, the team builder, the creator, the artist, the writer, the innovator, the jester, fool, trickster, the sage, the scholar, expert, academic, and contemplative, the magician, visionary, charismatic, the healer, or the ruler. I was gonna do either the outlaw, the creator, or the magician, but I have to say the magician because Question 10. How's your sleep schedule? Queen. It's not that great. Fantastic. I'm shockingly English is so... I'm shockingly well rested. It's alright. I could get more sleep though. So, depends on the night. Pretty bad, but I'm trying. You fool. You absolute buffoon. I haven't slept a full 8 hours since the day I was born. High key. I don't want to say since the day I was born, but I feel this so deeply. You guys, I'm aware it most likely has to do with all the inner working that I'm doing, the shadow work that I'm doing, facing challenges, facing shit that's coming to me, like facing. Like when I tell you that I know, I am aware, but in the past, has it been 2 years? Not gonna lie, it would make sense. Since I got with my man, I've gotten the chance to face so many of my deepest, darkest, biggest wounds. And I feel like ever since that, because I'm discovering myself and because I'm just discovering the true essence of everything that is me. Sleep? Bitch. Okay, question 11. What's your biggest fear? Nothing ever changing, nothing ever staying the same. Oof, that is a deep fucking question. I would say nothing ever changing, yeah, because not changing if you're doing bad, not changing if you're in a bad situation, not changing, like I'm okay with things never being the same, because the same might not be great, the same might not be a good place, so all right. Question 12. Pick a lyric from the show. I'm blanching, girl, we blanching. I live up in a mansion. Oh yeah, that was a song. from something in the show. We'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Don't start unbelieving. Never not feel your feelings. Yo, something about Gravity Falls, the songs that they had were like, I guess the opposites are like different words of like real songs. So obviously this one is like, don't stop believing, but it was don't start unbelieving. Never don't not feel your feelings. Anyways, I'm Stan, I can do it. I'm Stan and I was wrong. I'm singing the Stan wrong song. I shouldn't have taken that chance. Nowhere. Now here is my remorseful dance. Disco girl coming through. That girl is you. Yes, because that shit. Yo, disco girl coming through. Yeah, that girl is you. When I heard that shit in the show, funny as shit. Choose a place to come back to one day. So there's a forest with trees that are leaning. There's a super weirdly neon UV light, weird bowling, I don't even know if it's bowling, but it's a place with table. There's an old diner. There's a beach with a lot of people. There's a corner store like in the old town. There's a library, and there's the arcade. That forest is creepy as hell. That arcade place thingy, whatever, with the UV light looks weird as shit. That diner looks scary as hell. The beach looks fun. The corner store, I'll just do the beach. Girl, come on. Question 14. Okay, that's the optional one. Who did I get? Oh my god, I got even worse than. So you know how I said that the first time I got really bad? I think I absolutely got worse this time. I got worse. I got fucking Gideon. Greatest weakness, your own ego. Accidentally getting hairspray in your eyes. My ego went in the way. My ego and I are friends because I understand her. But I put her to the back and she's not driving the bus because right now the fun bus is... You know? Greatest strength, your infection personality and ability to command a room, I guess. Greatest fear, losing everything you've worked for. I don't know. Advice, chill out, drink a 7-Up and eat a moon pie. Also, your fashion sense is impeccable and I trust you to give me a makeover. I guess thank you. Gideon, though, that's like a bit of a slap. That's a bit of a slap in the face, but it's fine. Okay, it's all good. You guys, I'm happy I took the chance and I listened to my intuition to refilm this episode because, yo, whatever the fuck I had before, she was not it. And I'm excited about life, you know. I feel like I'm gonna take the time. Let's have a little convo, heart to heart, for me to be really truthful with you guys. Whatever's going on in my life, I don't know what's happening. I'm in the land of in between. I'm in the place where I know it can never be what it used to be because I feel like I've taken control of my life and I've taken control of the reality I want to be in. And so I am aware that it can never be what it used to be before. I cannot let other people dictate what I should do next. I cannot let the fear of disappointing somebody dictate me from doing something that I know feels good for myself, you know, like, so it's a lot of impossibilities, impossible things. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just impossible for all those things to not be a real thing. So I'm exerting my free will. I'm cutting ties with people. I'm trying more with some people. It's a headache to have around, but I know at some point it's gonna make sense, and I'm just waiting for that day. But although it's never going to be what it used to be in terms of who I was, in terms of what I tolerated, and in terms of like what I did and allowed, it's never going to be the same. And what's ahead, I don't know. What's ahead? Of course, I have like outcomes that I want. I have like my 5-year goal, and I have, well, that is now my 4-year goal, but I have my where I want to be next year. Like, obviously I know those things. Do I know how and exactly how I'm gonna get there? No. But I guess that's kind of the beauty of life. I guess it's kind of the beauty of letting things unfold, because that's another thing that I had to work on. Control by trying to get every bit of information of something before taking the leap of faith, whether it's control by not allowing myself to go places to control me not living certain things. I'm trying to just remove control and just let myself go where spirit, my body, my inside tells me to go. And other than that, the other thing I can do is be myself. All I can do is be myself. All I can do is claim the life that I want. All I can do is speak and have the thoughts that are positive for myself, so I can have a positive outcome around and in my realities. Because something, you guys, that you for sure cannot do is claiming something. You hear people saying, oh, blah blah blah, broke, like talking about themselves. Sorry, I don't want to say it because I don't want the universe try to think that I'm saying that for myself, although you know what I mean. But like, claiming that you're broke, claiming that life is hard, claiming that you have to work hard to get a lot of things. Because that's the thing, people say, oh, you have to work hard, you have to hustle a lot to get a lot of money. Nigga, claim that for you. I don't want that for myself. I want a life of ease. I'm more on the opportunities, and money flows to me when I'm doing what I like. I never have to worry about money because money loves my company. I'm rich, I'm lucky. Those are the things that I like to say, instead of that other sad nigga shit that other people like to say. I am not about that. I like to speak life into my life. I like to speak positivity into my life. And I think that's like the only thing I can tell you is that, if you're having a hard time, if you're unable to feel like you can't see the tunnel at the end, you're unable to you feel like you're really stuck and you feel like you don't know what's going on, take a moment, take a breather, think about your life 2 years ago. Is your life the same, or is your life better, but there is just a new challenge right now? If your life is better, and if your life has improved, then you know that it's always going to get better. But if this is your first time and you haven't had a good chance of having proof that life does get better, I am telling you, I once was, I hate to accept that, but I hate to say that about myself, but that was my life. I once was living in a crack house, like not only cooking crack, but like picking up cigarette butts from the side of the road to like put it in a bong to smoke it later. Like, I was like in the dumps. I was not having a good time 8 years ago. Like, I went to the psych ward. We all know the stories. I cannot talk about it every episode, but sometimes I need to mention it again for new people. Okay. Today, I'm living prayers because I never stopped having faith. It starts small. If you can literally repeat after me, God, universe, give me a sign that things are going to be okay. Please guide me to the right path to take and to get to the right place, and please get me there. Yo, spirit, I'm struggling. Please help me. If you have angels, talk to your angels, talk to your ancestors, talk to your people. Tell them that you're struggling and you need a chance and you want to believe. You want to believe in a better life and in an easier life and in a better path, and just fucking watch. But fucking believe it. Don't just say it to say it and then in the back of your mind you're like, that shit's bullshit, it's not gonna work. Guess what? It's not gonna work. But if you choose to just be a little delusional, you'll end up seeing that like, wow, that shit is fucking for real, and it just becomes a way of living, which is my life. Okay? So, you guys, self-awareness is the key to be the best person to yourself and others. Thank you for listening. Thank you for coming back. Like and subscribe. Go for a walk. Go breathe some air. Do your best. I love you. Thank you, guys. Bye.